So how about you? Which place has surprised you?
Yeah, let me go over my five guys.
Mhm.
I'll take it out west. Start out west. Again, we're talking about quality teams and players. Devin Williams is forward,
Yeah.
6'9" from Corona Centennial. He was always just kind of a lanky prospect with shot blocking ability, but now he has a face-up game. He can hit the three a little bit. He really impressed people at the Classic at Damien. Now last year they had really five good prospects, right? Because Kylan Boswell was there.
Right.
And they have Jared McCain and Donovan Dent, who's a steal for the University of New Mexico.
Absolutely.
Really good.
Really, really good.
Like a top 100 player, like top 75, maybe top, like, Jesus, he's top 60. Like,
yeah, you gonna talk about stock riser.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's just playing really well. So back to Devin, like, I just thought for a while, like, he could be their best long-term prospect, and now he's finally starting to show that, like, because he can defend, his timing on shot blocking is great. Again, and I would say a year and a half ago, he was the weakest high school player of those five guys. Now, obviously, Kylan's moved on, but
right,
but they're still rolling. They're a top 5 team. And Devin's a big reason why. Jared McCain's a big reason why. I just think he's made the big jump. He's finally becoming more of a player than just a long-term prospect, and he showed that at Damien and a few other events. The next guy I wanted to mention was a 224. He's coming off a great, terrific performance at Hoop Hall. Ian Jackson of, Cardinal Hayes. They're still undefeated. They had a big win at Hoop Hall. And, they beat De La Salle of Chicago. I mean, they should beat De La Salle Chicago. I think he had about 30 points, just all over the place. He can play on the perimeter, grabs rebounds. He's a good decision maker. And I saw him at the Pangos fresh soft camps. He was one of the better ones at the All East camp. And I think he made a big impact on that 16 and under Team USA team, last August. So Ian, props to him. He's playing well. Cardinal Hayes is playing well, and he's a big reason why. I wanted to talk a little bit about Judah Mintz. You kind of mentioned him.
The one I almost stole from you.
It's okay if you steal it from me. I have no problem with that because he deserves mention. Coach Steve Turner at Gonzaga. He used to play at Gonzaga. Again, we're talking about the Washington Athletic Conference, and he said, Ronnie, he's really good. He's like, I don't know if he's going to make McDonald's. But he might be coming for you. This is Coach Turner talking about it, but he should really have a chance, and I agree with him, man. I saw him in the fall. He came out to the Border League and he was just gutting it out. He gets downhill, gets by guys, plays defense, makes plays, and he's just tough. He keeps getting better, and as the game goes, he gets better. Like in big moments, he kind of reminds me of Nigel Williams-Goss, who played at Finley. Washington. How he got in bigger moments, he got better, or you can rely on him. He's a kind of guard that you can rely on in nut crunching moments. So that's what I like about Judah. Really defends. Is a team player. In similar respects, again, he's a different type of player, but I like Layden Blocker. Go back to Sunrise Christian. He had a really big weekend. He's a point guard on that team for Coach Luke Barnwell for the #1 team in the country, and I just think he's playing really well. As a junior, is really kind of making a name for himself. Obviously, he came from a place where his previous high school he had to score and do a lot more, maybe, and this team he has to find a role with Grady Dick and Mark Williams and those guys. He's not going to be scoring 25 points a game,
right?
He doesn't need to, and he's thriving in that role again, and that's why guys go to schools like that in that conference, because they're going to play big time teams every night, as they showed, and they came away with 2 wins, and he played a big role. So I look forward to seeing Layden more. Obviously, I saw him at Pangos camp. I've seen him at a few other events, but I'm looking forward to see how high he can rise in that 23 class. And then my last guy, I'll go back to 24. Guy you are probably familiar with. Obviously, we're familiar with his family, is Victorious Miller from Crean Lutheran.
Yeah.
He was at a prep school as a freshman, and he came over to Crean Lutheran, which is in the southern section of the CIF, and in Irvine and Orange County, and he's having a great season. They've only lost one game. They're plugging at the Fab 50 door. Crean Lutheran, and as of the last update, is 15-1. They're gonna play Corona Centennial coming up for the second time, so that should be a good test against those guards and that they have. And Victorious is about 6'4", 6'5", lead guard. Boy, he is really coming on. He's just in the right spot. Like, it's nothing wrong with him being at AOSS prep where he was before, but like nobody was seeing him and nobody was talking about him. And it's like now he's at Crean Lutheran. He's going to be likely in a big playoff games coming up here in February. So he'll get a chance to really show what he can do, and he already has. He plays with UCSB bound Coach Keat, who's a forward, and Coate's playing well. They played well at Tarkanian. They won their division, and they continue to play well. He has a good backcourt mate in 224 guard Daryl Morris, who's a spark plug, 5'9", 5'10". Daryl is a big. Daryl's been around. Like, he's played in middle school events. I've known Daryl since he's probably 7 years old, 6 years old. He's always in the gym, and he's always trying to get better, and he is getting better. So props to Daryl Morris, and that's what makes Victoria such a good prospect, is his ability. But he's also 6'4", 6'5". So